Earth 2020. Society is in ruins, and a virus runs rampant among the world's humble citizens. They are lost. In these dark times, three wayward nerds cross paths at the House of India and realize they are destined to be friends. And so they did. This is their story. The story of the Side Quest.
Cut out. So it's like, all right, we're done. Let's just a nice little bow, wrap everything up.
Yeah.
So, welcome back to the Side Quest Podcast.
I'm Matt.
BJ.
I'm Luke. Y'all gonna go see the Demon Slayer trilogy in theaters when it drops?
What even is that?
The final arc is gonna be a trilogy of movies.
Okay.
It doesn't need to be that.
It is. So yeah, the final battle arcs are gonna be 3 movies apparently.
Do you think Tanjiro's kind of like a bitch?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, he's like a very capable bitch, but a bitch all the same.
Yeah, he's also like, you killed my family. I want to know why. Tell me why.
Yeah, like tell me why. It's like we're demons. I was hungry.
Yeah. I'm trying to throw hands. I'm not trying to ask their life story.
No, that's why Zenitsu is the fucking goat.
Yeah.
This last arc, unrivaled.
Hey, I see that you have your Umbrella Corporation. Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's very dark.
What was that thing we were watching where we saw the umbrella?
Godzilla -1.
Oh my gosh, it was.
Yep. It was just on that wall.
Yeah, we were like you were like. Well, what's funny is
I freaked the fuck out.
You just said umbrella, and I'm like, okay, someone's got an umbrella. What do you mean? And then like you like no logo, and I'm like, oh fuck, yeah.
This isn't good.
Yeah, it's like
that would be seriously. That'd be such a fun little.
Like Godzilla died, the rotting corpse. That's where they pulled the radiation and stuff to make the T-virus.
The universes, but we had a pretty good party.
Very good party.
Very good party.
Definitely.
Yeah, Lee, Ezra, and Kyle were just saying how much they had a good time, and I had a good time with them. We danced, which was fun.
Yeah.
I also kind of didn't realize how hammered I was until the day after when I couldn't remember things.
I knew how hammered I was the whole time because I got drunk way before everybody else, and I stayed drunk way after everybody stopped drinking.
Well, the problem was I forget who said it, but like people were drunk, and someone was like, "Oh my gosh, it's only 10:30," and I was like,
I remember it. Everyone thought it was 8. It said 8:30 on the stove, and we checked, and it was only 9:30, and we were like, "Oh god."
Yeah, we like people were drunk way earlier, where it was like, "Ooh." So yeah.
Yep.
It was a great party though.
It was.
I do remember though, because again, things feel like spotty, which is weird. But I do remember us 3 dancing in the yard after we had already danced and singing.
Yeah, because everybody else was gone.
Everybody left.
They all went up to the house, and then the 3 of us just stood there singing Yakuza songs.
And that was great.
And then dancing to like Glorilla and Flo Milli.
Yeah, and that was great. Yeah,
it was. It's probably my favorite part.
Yeah,
that whole night was just a vibe.
Do we want to talk about season 3 of The Bear?
Yes.
Then let's just get right into it.
If you need me to walk out so y'all can hella spoil, I will, because I haven't seen a single episode yet.
Well, there's not much to spoil.
There's a lot of tension. There's a lot of tension, and it was overwhelming for a lots of parts of it.
It seems to be that now that there's a 3rd season out, the Bear is doing like a formula for itself, and that seems to be a season of tension followed by a season of character development followed by a season of tension.
Yeah,
and then the next one will be...
and that was the problem. It was like I was ready in the second half, or at least at least give me the last episode of like healing, and even the last episode. A character shows up that just throws everything for a loop, and I'm like, fuck, this is...
Then no healing happens.
No healing happens, and if anything, it ends on such an awful cliffhanger.
Do we know how many seasons that they're supposed to have?
I don't think that they've said anything about that.
Yeah.
But I still really enjoyed it. Still my favorite show. I liked everything that they put in there. They brought some characters back that I never thought they'd get again.
Yeah.
Fucking John Mulaney he doesn't even have a line. He's just in like 3 little cutaway gags.
Yeah. He's they also bring back
Will Poulter.
Will Poulter and the mom.
Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis gets another episode.
Nice.
That was
Big
incredible.
time.
Yeah.
It's probably the most we see of her, because even in the Christmas episode, we get scenes with her,
but it's just little flashes between the other characters.
Yeah, there's so many other. This is like her and somebody else.
It's basically a bottle episode with her and Natalie.
Yeah. So.
There's that, and then they added some new characters to the roster.
Yeah.
Fucking Peacemaker.
And oh yeah.
John Cena's just there.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, he's another of the Fact brothers.
Yeah. And
so
then also
I like
Milla.
This is now
Milla.
2 things that John Cena has just been another brother of a previous established character and family in a universe.
Family.
First he's a Toretto, now he's part of these brothers.
No, he's a fact.
Toretto to a feck.
Yeah.
I know which one I'd choose.
Fact. Yeah.
Because the Torettos are constantly dying and being revived.
I don't know. I think I'd go with Toretto's because at least there's not hella tension and drama every fucking second.
Not with the Fact.
I can just drive.
There's constant tension as a Toretto. You're
just
being
drive
hunted.
Driving away from explosions.
Yeah, people dying.
Just drive faster. You'll be alright.
And then a lot of it is like the world's ending somehow. They save the world with cars.
Nah, man, just drive faster. If I'm in a car, I'm safe. That's been the general vibe.
Crazy.
Unless your name is fucking Han Lu.
He survived.
After being exploded.
And survived.
It was all a cover up.
It
Which
was
was bullshit. I'm glad to see him back, but it was bullshit.
It was 100% bullshit. But again, it was super cool to see him
Should have
back.
just done prequels.
BJ said something that meant the world to me. I think it was 2 days ago. He was like, "I can't wait for us to finish the bear so we can finish Initial D." And I was like, "Oh my god, yes!"
That was when we were setting up for the party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd love to. It's such a fun little anime. I mean, there's really, the boys and the bear are kind of like the only 2 things I was really looking forward to, at least like media wise. I mean, because we've gotten through Smiling Friends.
Mm-hmm.
My Hero's coming out, but that's weekly.
Yeah.
And if sometimes bi-weekly, depending on like
if the voice actors get their shit together.
Yeah, for real. If they're like,
And then Kaiju number 8's on a break until, is it this week or is it next week?
I think it might be this week.
Wasn't it like a 3-week thing?
If it's a 3-week, then not. But we didn't watch it last week, so
we can check if it's back this week. Then cool. If not, then next week.
I've heard people that have kept up with Go-Go thinking it's not very good.
That sucks.
I feel like that might be a better manga to read than an anime to watch.
I agree.
Like where it's like kind of the thing with like manga, just kind of getting to pace it. Like you have a better pacing in manga because it's whatever you want to put there. Whereas in anime, you now have to add scenes and establishing shots and all this other stuff. And then like there's a lot more that goes into that. I feel like it's a better manga than it is an anime.
Yeah.
But which does suck because I was enjoying it. Just Kaiju fucking started blowing it out of the water immediately.
Yeah. Kaiju goes so fucking hard. I sent these guys a picture. I was at Walmart the other day picking some shit up, and they had just like SH Figuarts figures, which I never expected to see in a fucking Walmart. But they had like 3 of the Straw Hat Faggots, and then Kafka, and I was like, oh shit, they're really pumping out Kaiju shit.
Speaking of reading manga, I saw an Instagram reel where it was Faramir and Denethor from Lord of the Rings, and Faramir says like a subtitle, because "Father, I started reading Sword Art Online," and then Denethor says, "Boromir would have read Berserk."
Facts.
Dude, they've already announced that like Kaiju, like Crunchyroll is like, because I guess they teaming up with like these major fucking statue companies, and there's a Kafka statue where his legs are like with the things jutting out, and he's like ready to punch, and then Mina with a giant fucking gun. So like they're fully going in like, no, get.
I've seen some
use these bitches.
people that do cosplay like for a living that have been
Kafka cosplays.
that have been working really hard on that 7-foot gun, and all of them have been like, I've been like making this costume for a convention. The convention rules though say that you can only have like a prop that's 7 feet long or tall, and so I have to keep it under 7 feet. I really would have liked to make it like 9 feet. I'm like, Jesus.
Damn.
That's the funniest thing to me is I'm like, bro, imagine having like, 'cause it's the same like the Berserk sword. You're like, yeah, the cosplay's great, and then after like 2 hours walking a con, you're like, fuck, I should have left this in the hotel room.
Mm-hmm.
I beat Kingdom Hearts 1
Let's go.
on Final Mix Proud, I think is the one. It's whatever the last option
you
is.
sent me the thing of like, yo, my inner child is healing, and it was like Sora received one wing angel.
Yeah, I
What's One
finally.
Wing Angel?
That's what you get for beating Sephiroth, which it's the first time I ever did it.
Whoa.
Yep.
How many tries and like what was the final? Like, did you
'cause that's
cheese it or was it just
that's
like a?
what my question is, like, going back to a game that you played as when you were younger, is it even because right now the one thing that you were saying that was like the hardest part was doing all the bullshit to get like all the collectibles,
Yeah, like the 101 Dalmatians, you have to play all the mini games.
but like for combat, was the Sephiroth battle like easy?
No, I mean it's definitely the hardest fight in the game,
Mm-hmm.
but they want you to like master your skill set before you take him on because he's like the secret boss. It felt really good to finally do that because like I wouldn't recommend doing it at anything less than level 100 because then you have the full kit available to you no matter what weapon you chose in the beginning and all that stuff. You can really figure out what works for you. And there's really not a way to cheese Sephiroth because he teleports so much, and like every time you hit him, most of the time he has like a comeback attack. So you really just have to like lock in.
Is it one like a boss fight that you can also just like stock up on like healing potions and stuff like that?
You can, but with Sephiroth, you don't really ever have the time to use an item. So the best option that you have is going to be to shortcut the healing spell.
Oh, okay.
So like, you get that,
And
you
that's
get,
just waiting for like a mana recharge.
So
yeah. But you have abilities that are like if you take damage, you gain more MP, and then it's like the more you do damage, you gain more MP.
Yeah.
So it stays pretty loaded for most of it until he does that one attack that just saps all of your MP and HP down to 1.
Whoa.
And then you have to just like dodge.
Well, there you go. You beat it.
Yep.
Have you
Alright.
watched any more Shameless?
Yeah, I'm on like Monica just died.
What about our boy Carl?
Carl is in the military academy.
And did you get to the part where him and the corporal's daughter?
The policeman's daughter.
No.
Oh no, I haven't seen that yet.
Okay.
He did get circumcised because this one girl was like, "You have a weird dick," and then it's like she has gonorrhea and she's been cheating on Carl.
Yeah.
And then her dad likes him more than he likes.
The cop dad?
Yeah.
Yeah, where he shows up and he's like, "Hey, Monica's like at this like frat boys place," and he was like, "Let's go. Like I'm gonna go bust her." And then have you gotten to the part where he starts hanging out with Carl?
Yeah, and they like go
she's
to the
like,
gun
why,
range.
Why are you hanging out with him? He's like, "Well, you don't listen to what I want, so I'm not gonna listen to what you want. Let's
Yeah.
go, Carl."
Yeah, I loved that. That's been good. Mickey broke out of jail and then cross-dressed to get into Mexico. That was a really sweet arc, but I'm starting to not like Ian as much because he's just becoming like a boring character.
Yeah.
Mickey's the better version of their characters, like immensely. Like just of that section of people, I feel like Mickey is the better one.
Yeah, I agree. Debbie just like had a baby at 15, so now everything is about this fucking baby. So Debbie has never had a good arc in my opinion, and Fiona's just a cunt. She makes all these terrible decisions and then it ruins everybody's lives, and then she wants to cry about it and then fuck another like meth head, and then it just repeats.
Yeah.
Lip, on the other hand, is getting into some interesting territory. Like, he finally started going to, like, AA meetings, and now he's working at this, like, motorcycle repair shop. It's like, okay, well, this is an intersection of people I never would have expected to see Lip with. So yeah, there are parts of it that I still like, but a lot of the characters that I enjoyed are either gone or they have some really weird arcs right now.
Is Frank working at the hardware or like at Home Depot yet in the garden section?
No.
Okay, those are all later.
Frank has just been doing crystal meth to get over Monica dying. Kevin like has breast cancer right now.
Oh yeah.
And he like works at a gay bar, and he's like, you can blow on it and you can touch it, but you can't like suck it or put it in your mouth or jerk it off. But him and V are still like the shining light of hope for the whole show.
Yeah.
I also started Kingdom Hearts 2, and then I remembered, oh fuck, I gotta play 20 hours as Roxas. So I put that to the side for a minute.
So you're going 1 then to 2. You're not gonna do chains.
Why the fuck would I do that?
Well, you have the Game Boy version.
Yeah, I do have the Game Boy version, but the Game Boy version doesn't have Steam achievements.
So that's fair, yeah. So you're just not gonna do Chain of Memories.
I will someday, but
Revisit.
I gotta
you don't want to torture yourself right now.
I gotta do the good ones first.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you know what? Steam sale's going on right now. Let me pick up some shit.
Sale.
Anybody else get anything on there before I say what I got?
I've bought more, either some indie games Joey recommended to me, and then just some like Eurojank RPGs that I'm just like, these are like hard 6 or 7 out of 10s, but I know I'm gonna fucking love it just because of how weird it is. I bought one called, do you remember working at GameStop seeing those like goblin stealth games called Sticks?
Yeah.
I bought the game that's like related to that called Of Orcs and Men, and it's like a RPG where you literally play as Styx the goblin and this giant ass orc, and it's like a full-on RPG where it's like, yeah, goblins are just getting slaughtered, orcs are getting enslaved by these like humans who like think they're doing like, oh fuck these monsters. It's like, bro, we're just trying to live, dog. And they apparently, the princess like runs away and escapes, and they have to like protect her and shit. I haven't played it yet, but everything I've seen, I'm like, this looks interesting but also weird as fuck.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck it. I got that. I got like just a couple things, like a game called Bound by Flame. I bought Death's Door on Steam because I was like, fuck it. But and then just general. The Middle Earth games, Shadow of War and
they
War.
always go on deep ass.
What I am gonna buy is the new RoboCop game because it's only $25.
Yep.
See, I limited myself.
I mean, I pop off on Steam DB sales.
I tell you, they were doing Terminator next.
Yeah.
There's
Can't
already
wait for that.
There's already it's not the same devs, but there was already a Terminator game that came out that was like an FPS with like choice based narrative and in the shit like that apparently people fucking liked.
Dude, Inscription's
really
only $8. I know you already have it though. $8 for Inscription. Hogwarts Legacy is $24.
Flash in the pan.
Yeah. Sonic Frontiers $21.
That's a great deal. Everybody needs to sign up for the Sega email service thing if you want the low poly Sonic skin. Dude, not the Dreamcast one, the Sonic Jam one.
24. That like I liked Atomic Heart for a little bit when it came out, and then it just like didn't keep me like locked in.
The thing with Atomic Heart being on sale for $24 is I think you can get the BioShock collection for $20.
Yeah.
So
and that's better.
Yeah.
100%.
I fucked with Atomic Heart. I beat it. I thought it was really fun.
Damn, and no BioShock. Fool.
It's like any analogy of getting the thing that the other thing's inspired from.
Yeah.
Yeah. The lesser version.
It's like you saying, or not you, but people.
I was like, here's BJ.
You just put the dog on Matt holy shit.
The normal every episode BJ talks on Matt.
It's like those people that think Elden Ring is a completely original concept when it's all just from Berserk.
Yeah.
That seems to be like everything though he makes though, because even like there's some Bloodborne shit that's like Berserk related. Like
the mark of the hunter is just the mark of sacrifice.
I think Sekiro is the only one that's like not,
which is $30 on Steam.
Yeah, it's the only Souls game that is on sale. Besides Elden Ring, base Elden Ring is like $45. But Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3 never fucking go on sale.
Divinity Original Sin 2, if you guys like Baldur's Gate, give Larian some more of your money if you like them. And Divinity's like good. It's not, it's not in the.
It's not Baldur's Gate good.
Yeah.
Well, it's clearly Baldur's Gate 3 was their first game that had like the biggest budget they've ever fucking had, and they put it to good use. Because like Divinity 2 was like before Baldur's Gate, it was Divinity Original Sin 2, Wasteland 3, and Dragon Age Origins as like this is what and Dragon Age Origins 2009, which shows you kind of how fucked it is. But those were like the modern like these are the best CRPGs.
Yeah.
Then Baldur's Gate 3 came out and was like fuck all three of those. And now it's like I cannot wait to see what other companies do, because it's going to be very interesting when like with the success of Baldur's Gate 3, does Obsidian get a bigger budget when they do Pillars of Eternity 3? Or is Larian going to get to have the same level of like, oh, like are they going to make their next game as good as Baldur's Gate 3? You know what I mean?
I mean, I would hope so.
Because like I feel because it's one of those things where I don't agree with the devs of like you can't expect every game to be like this in terms of polish, but like definitely in terms of like budget, because like I don't think any other CRPG developer is going to be able to do what Baldur's Gate 3 did.
If you guys like Hellblade and want to get the new one, just wait 5 years, because right now Senua's Sacrifice is $3.
That's a great value.
Actually, some phenomenal value.
Yeah, phenomenal. So if you want to play the new game, just wait 5 years for the Steam sale, and you'll get it for $3.
I wish Stellar Blade was on PC already.
It sold $1 million or $1 million.
It sold $1 million. Forbidden West, I didn't even know was on Steam until I saw the page for it, like on the home thing. The games that I bought Hades again on Steam because I didn't have it on there. It's $10. Fucking buy that shit. That's the best $10 you'll ever spend. Mm-hmm. The other one that I got was Dave the Diver on sale for $4, and the Godzilla DLC is free. And so was the Dread stuff.
There's also the I need what the fuck, something's in my throat, but
yeah, it's me.
God damn it. There's also a Dredge DLC for.
I got that one too. I just don't know dick about Dredge.
It's like a boat. Like there's monsters in the sea. You're in this little boat.
It's very what's the
Subnautica-esque.
No, the horror type with Cthulhu and
Eldritch.
Yeah, it's very Eldritch horror.
They need a Subnautica DLC.
It also has reminiscent of that survival game that your sister likes.
Don't Starve?
Yes, like Don't Starve. Like if you're in the dark, you start to go crazy and start to see things.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's one other game that I got.
I'm getting water.
And it's the reason that I stopped playing Kingdom Hearts 2. Because I bought this game and then I started up Kingdom Hearts 2. And I was like, you know what? I never finished this. And I think about it all the fucking time. And Matt's not here, so I will wait for the reveal. Have you bought anything on the Steam sale yet?
Like I was saying earlier, I bought the games I said.
Oh,
like
right.
I also
Styx
bought
and Shadow of Mordor.
I also bought the two Pathfinder games, Kingmaker and Wrath of the Righteous, because they were, I think both together is like less than $10.
Have you ever played Kingdom New Lands or the Kingdom games?
Kingdom, no. I played Kingdom Come Deliverance, but not any of the actual like Kingdom like RPG games.
I've been seeing those for a long time, and I want to play them.
I missed what you said. The reason why
he didn't say it. He waited.
I waited for you to get back because I wanted to catch your reaction. But I this is a game that I have been thinking about so much, and even starting Kingdom Hearts 2, one of my favorite games of all time. I dropped it so I could play more Armored Core.
There we go, baby.
The next mission that I have to do is Baltius.
Oh, on your Steam Deck?
Mm-hmm.
That was fucked. That was such a fucked mission.
It was, and I
just make sure me and Matt aren't there to see it, because then you'll be able to beat it.
Yeah,
that was so crazy. We were like watching, and then I don't know why we got up.
I don't either, because
I think you're like, I did it. And I ran over, and I was like, yes!
I think you ordered DoorDash or something, and you guys both went over to like pick up the groceries from the door. And then the second you guys leave, I fucking did it. But I'm using that same exact build for this one.
The shock.
Yeah, the tank treads with the the shock SMGs and then shotguns.
Yeah. So good.
Yeah.
Because the shock SMGs just do so much damage to the shield, which helps with the stun.
Yeah, they melt that shit.
Yeah.
It looks great on Steam Deck.
That's awesome. I'm glad it runs well.
Yeah.
It's one of those games that it's really hard. Like, the quality doesn't have to be good, but the frames per second needs to be high. You just can't when it's... Are you using the extra...
I haven't yet.
Because that was the best thing that I did with the Series X controller is mapping the bumpers to underneath so I didn't have to move my fingers up and down, is I could keep my fingers on the trigger and then use it underneath to do the other weapons.
Yeah, I need to do that, but I'm at a stage where it's like I don't really have any good missiles yet. I really like those big, like,
but the
rocket launcher
bumpers
ones.
When you get two primaries, it swaps them. That's the...
Right, yeah. I did unlock that. As soon as I got the arena, I was like, okay, laser all these cunts just so I can get all the OS tuning shit.
Yeah, you just have to grind through it just to get more money and stuff. Yeah.
So yeah, love Armored Core. I'll go back to Kingdom Hearts and play it when I'm like hella bored.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That's dope. You've beaten Mass Effect?
No, even though I'm on, I have just the Citadel DLC left, which is basically like a fun epilogue. Like it's straight up just like,
And
hey,
this is Mass Effect 3 that
yes,
you're playing?
yeah, it's like, so Mass Effect 3 had its ending controversy that like people hated because you know all the stuff, and then they put out a bunch of DLC to kind of help the ending more, flesh out more characters, more story, whatever. And then their last DLC was just called the Citadel, which was a like fun, goofy, like, we're gonna say all the fan jokes, all the stuff, like this is just your characters being fun. It was like this last little send off of like, hey, this is the last time you're gonna see these characters, we're gonna make it fun. Like it ends with like, you know, a party in this apartment that Shepard is just gifted.
But what about like some of the people that die?
Well, if they're died, they're not there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, your choices still matter. So like if a character died in Mass Effect 1, they don't show up at the party. Sorry.
Yeah, and immediately they party afterwards, like, let's
Yeah. No,
go.
it is still
Instead
in
of, like,
canon.
somber.
It is still in canon to, you know, what your decisions.
Blorg. Shut the fuck up and drink.
Shut the fuck up, you stupid fucking bitch.
That is a thing. Like, you can be like, man, I wish this guy was here, and be like, well, you know what he would want us to do. Drink our asses at this fucking table. Yeah, and it's just like,
That's not true. He was sober for 12 years.
You really didn't know him at all.
but that's the only thing I have left, and I'm like, I kind of want, because like I finished the ending, did the whole thing, sad as fuck, you know, because of the choices I made, I'm like, fuck.
Did you let the alien guy die at the tower? That's the only thing I know about the ending.
The alien guy die at the tower.
Yeah, he's like, nope, I'm the only one who can fix this. No,
Sounds like Treasure Planet.
don't do that.
Yeah, well, he will die regardless. It's just whether or not you kill him because you made evil choices, or you let him sacrifice himself to save a planet. Because that decision is straight up just like, they're gonna cure a disease for a race of aliens, and you can either make a decision of, yes, let's cure it, these guys are my friends, or it's good for them, or you can go, don't cure them because I don't want you to, for whatever, because another race will go,
I don't like that species.
well, yes. Also, another race will go, if you sabotage the cure, we'll give you our fleet for the war or whatever. So it's a thing of assets.
Oh.
And you can either just
take the fleet.
kill them. I'm gonna be honest with you. They make these choices. Full spoilers. The Paragon, like the good guy points, give you more options anyway. So like if you go straight just blue, you get more war assets, and it's better for the galaxy.
Wow.
So yeah, but I chose a different ending this time than I normally do, because I usually go with destroy. I went with control. I'm not gonna explain too much, because in case anybody wants to play Mass Effect, but that is Mass Effect 3 especially is like about synthetics versus organics, and that is one of the major points at the end. And it was a better ending than destroy, but my homeboy Shepard does not survive it. So that is the bigger thing, is like, no, so despite all the stuff you did of like your romance option, the friends you made, all this stuff, you're pretty much saying, all right, goodbye. And yeah, so I'm gonna go back on a save, play the Citadel at some point. I just wanted to kind of like come down from the sadness for a bit. And so I've just been like just playing random games, like starting stuff, whatever, just seeing what clicks for the next thing. And I've been really vibing with like, you know what, fuck it, I kind of just want to do. Even though I've played it constantly, I've never like sat down and gave it like this is all my time. I've been thinking about just going through Baldur's Gate and just doing nothing but Baldur's Gate for a bit.
Do it.
But either that or it's gonna be that, Elden Ring, and Dragon Age. It's between those three. I've done a character for all three of them, created a character, and played through like the prologue bit for all three, and now it's just kind of like, which one am I vibing with more? So we'll see. By next week, I'll probably be like a couple chapters into one of those.
Yeah, you got to get ready for the Veil Guard.
I do, actually. So I need to find out what the fuck Solus is doing.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of hate that I'm still going to get that game just because they've got me with the storyline. I'm like, I have to know.
Of what game?
Dragon Age.
Oh.
Because, like, and it's not like Mass Effect where it's their same character for multiple games. It's different characters in each game, but all my decisions from the previous ones will matter. And I'm like, fuck. I want to know what happens. They've got me invested. I spent over 100 hours in Inquisition. I'm like, fuck, 90. And apparently you get to play as your Inquisitor in Veilguard.
Speaking of another Dragon game, did you beat Dragon's Dogma?
Yeah.
Okay.
I really liked it. Performance-wise, it obviously suffered, but like I did like it. Okay. It's definitely one of those games that I think in the future it will be looked at more positively.
I broke it.
I think in the future people are going to look at it more positively once they get higher PCs that can run it better. Or like if it finally gets updates where it's like finally good, people are going to go back and play it and go, oh shit, this is a really good game. Mm-hmm. Instead of just like, man, this runs at 30 frames or less. So I
recently read some articles about how Helldivers 2 has lost on Steam 90% of its player base. Like when it was at its high, it was like over like 480,000 players, and now it's like averaging about like 45,000. So it just makes me think, because like I mean I know we did too, but I like really praised it for what it was doing and the game, and really loved it. And then like I don't know why because it's obviously not me. It's 90% of everybody else did the same thing of just kind of like moving on, and I just don't know.
It's
like,
because
I just don't understand it.
With where we are and how games come out and how many games come out, having a true live service that goes on for years and years and years is not sustainable anymore, and nobody understands that.
That's the problem is like, all these games are like, we're gonna do live service. Like Sony's Concord game that's coming out, I don't think is gonna
dead
do
on
well.
arrival.
Yeah, at most it'll get the Sony fanboys who have a PS5 and who want fucking exclusives. They're gonna jump on and try it out. But I think it's not gonna be like Helldivers in terms of popularity, but I think it's gonna be like it where it's gonna get a boom, and people are gonna like it, and then there's gonna hard drop off, like not like you said, like 90%, because it's another live service game that now I have to dedicate to. Well, because even Helldivers, it's like if you're not playing, because the whole point is it's like like you were saying, it's like you got the game master and the players. And he's like building the story, doing this and what behind the scenes, and then you've got your characters like, here's the missions, here's the things, and then.
But I will say, but it does feel like I'm playing the same mission again and again.
Yeah.
Like I'm not building towards something. I'm not actually working something. Like I'm not slowly built. Like, I mean, technically you are when you first start playing the game. You're like getting resources to like then level up stuff and buy new.
But
stratagems.
You have everything.
Yeah, but now I have everything, and I've reached the cap of the amount of like the cap on like all the stuff I have, because I just have so much. And
I feel like they need to do something to kind of like do something with the gameplay, because like they're gonna have their hardcore fan base for sure, and like you said, they do like 45,000 or whatever they're rocking now.
And that's just Steam. I don't know Sony's.
I guarantee you there's probably a higher player base on PlayStation just because it's an exclusive.
And there's also nothing coming out on PlayStation.
Yeah.
Besides Concord and what's that other Samurai Souls hack and slash like Phantom something. We saw it at the showcase.
the one that is 100% a Souls like, but they keep denying that.
Yeah.
Apparently
their reason is just because it has combos like Devil May Cry. And that's their only difference.
Guess what else has combos? Elden Ring and Sekiro.
Yep. Oh no, but that's pretty much it. Because I think from their first party studios, I mean Astrobot, which I'm actually excited for.
Yeah, Astrobot is the one thing on
Yeah.
PlayStation that I'm like, hell yeah.
Astrobot looks cool, and then yeah, I mean we know there's a Venom thing and then a Wolverine thing just due to the Insomniac leak, but that's it really that we know is coming out. We don't have much else in terms of like, here's Sony's first party lineup. Like we don't know what the fuck Santa Monica's doing. We don't know if Sucker Punch is coming out with an Infamous or a Ghost of Tsushima. We don't know anything. Like they're
It's
not
definitely not
saying
going to
shit.
be Infamous.
I would shit bricks if it is though.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
want it.
that would be fucking crazy.
Although to
once
be fair, I do also want a Ghost of Tsushima 2. That game is great.
But once something at Sony, like, once you have a natural story conclusion on one console, you will never see it again. Unless it's like an HD.
I mean, we did get Infamous Second Son on PS4.
Yeah, but that...
I like Second Son. It was alright. Yeah, fair. I mean, when you compare it to Infamous 2,
Yeah.
like that game is fucking amazing.
Like, you can't...
yeah.
I mean, like, Sony just has so many dead franchises they're not using. Like, I would fucking kill for a new Twisted Metal.
There was apparently one in the works. It got canned because it was another live service game.
Do you
They
also
fucked.
think it was canned because the show didn't do very well?
The show did really well.
It's probably the most watched thing Peacock has ever had.
Yeah, actually, they
Other than The Office and Parks and Rec.
The most original... The most watched original that Peacock has ever had.
its first season had more like first week views than The Office.
Have you
did.
seen it?
I haven't. No.
Have you?
No, I was interested in it, but I don't know if I care about Anthony Mackie. I would love 6 episodes of just Sweet Tooth being a fucking insane clown.
Apparently, it's
Bossy?
they have a I think is the season 2 already out? Because I know they got confirmed for one.
It's not out yet.
Yes,
Magnets, how do they work?
they got popular enough that they got a season 2 after the like it wasn't like Halo where they're like just give them 2 seasons. It was like no, it did well enough. Let's get another season. So it was like Peacock's best original thing they did. Well, and they also have Yellowstone, right? I think is that what they have.
Yeah.
So it was up there with Yellowstone apparently, and Yellowstone's like fucking
But
crazy.
the fuck up thing is
I
you
also
can't
love
even watch it.
Yellowstone.
You can't.
Yellowstone's dope as
Yellowstone's
fuck.
great.
You can't watch all of Yellowstone on there. You have to buy like 2 other streaming services to see like the spin-offs.
Oh really? Oh,
Yeah.
Did you
fuck.
hear that what's his name like isn't going to be in the final season because he just doesn't want to do Yellowstone anymore?
Kevin Costner?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know why.
Well, apparently he was like a diva on set. Like he was asking for like more money, and like he's like, "I'm the reason you're watching this show," type shit.
All
Which,
old people
yeah.
are like that, I guess.
I don't know. I mean, if they can convince him to do one more, or at the very least be like, "Hey, let's just like give your character a send off," then, because like I would,
Speaking of,
if he just doesn't show up, I'll be like, "What the fuck?"
There's
dude?
a second season of that it's called The Hole, which is that Josh Brolin.
Oh, that thing you were telling us
Yeah,
about.
and there's a second season, and it's not even about Josh Brolin. It's like somebody else who encountered the hole, and then it's just like
Me on a Saturday.
yeah.
Me never.
What's a hole?
What hole? There's a spot in there. They call it the ground spot. We don't know what it means.
The ground spot in the hole.
No, I want. Obviously, I've got the boys and the bear to get through, but like I'm kind of with you in that. Like I'm not really excited.
Which one would you rather be stuck in the woods with, though?
Fucking the bear in this case.
Same.
I don't fear for my life with the boys.
Ironic, isn't it?
Ironic, yeah.
Yeah, ironic. The
Who would you rather be stuck with? Fucking Anthony Starr as Homelander or Homie?
did you know
cousin.
that Ryan is like on TikTok?
No. But, I mean, he's a child, so that makes sense.
Yeah, he's not. He's like one of those like. He's got the hairdo that I hate. That
Oh, where they, like, just, like, put in a...
yeah, he has that, and he's like dressed up, and he has like chain, and he's like, and I'm like, I hate this.
He's a kid. It sucks, but he's a child
Yeah.
on the internet.
Yeah, but
with
he's
TikTok.
also not, because in like, I mean, he's not in real life. He's like a normal teenage boy, but like in the show, he's like a real wimp
Yeah.
of a kid.
I mean, look at his fucking background, brother.
I'm not saying it's a problem. I'm just saying it's weird seeing like the real person.
Well, it's the same thing with Joffrey's actor. It's like he's apparently like one of the sweetest, nicest dudes, but you see it, but your brain goes, "Oh, that's that little shit Joffrey." Yeah, and apparently it affected him where he's
He
apparently
just doesn't act.
Oh, he
now.
does now. He was in I forget what show it was, but he was in, it was some Netflix show, but he's gonna be in season 2 of the Sandman. So he'll be there. So
Sandman is getting a second season.
yeah, apparently it did really fucking well for Netflix.
Didn't it come
'Cause
out like 5
yeah,
years
that's
ago?
Exactly. Didn't it come out like 4 years ago?
I think it was no, it was like 2 years, right? It wasn't like super long ago.
I feel like I watched that episode, that one good episode they had like forever ago.
I mean, you might be right, but apparently they're getting a season 2, so it did well enough that it's getting more seasons.
Interesting. Yeah, Brand of Tarth was in it, playing like Lucifer's. I think Lucifer. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Which I love that there are people who got mad. That's like, the Satan is not a girl. I'm like, brother, why
Also,
why is this the hill you're dying on?
Satan is a girl.
Yeah, why
Have
are
you
you-
ever met women before?
Facts, brother. Yes. Why are they the way that they are? We'll
Hate
never
them.
know.
2022, so 2 years ago. Is when the
That's
Sandman
basically
came out.
half a decade.
Yeah, in the 2020
Yeah,
timeline.
In the
yes.
public eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't known you guys since 20. Like, yeah, I've only known you since like last week.
We've been doing this podcast since we literally started this podcast today, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah. Welcome back to episode 1.
If only.
What do you mean by that?
Like, it
Yeah, what
came
the
off
hell?
weird, but I was like,
Do you not
like,
want to do this podcast
to
anymore?
to think back, like, going all the way back, that's like such a like a good reminiscent thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's that kind of thing. It's like if you could just go back in time for like a little bit, just to like go witness the birth of something again. The start of something new. It's like that. It was totally supposed to be like
Yeah.
a nice thing.
God, I wish you guys never brought me onto this podcast.
No,
It's
no, no.
crazy.
Like, I think.
Now he's just in way too deep. One of us is living in his house.
get out.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
lots of room to this.
Yeah, at this point, Matt can't quit because
Yeah.
he's built a room. You live here. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
It's inescapable. No, no. Just like, I don't know. It's just like it's. I mean,
We-
just the same thing with like movies. It's like if only I could go back and watch something in the theaters for the first time.
Dude, I would love
It's
to.
that. It's like even though I love thinking about how much I love Blade Runner, but to go back and watch it in IMAX again
if I could.
would have been like, I'd give so much for that.
I was gonna say on that, if there's one movie or movie series that you could just erase from your memory to rewatch from the first time again, what would it be? Like you've never seen it. All in your head is, oh, people say this is good, and that's it. And you get to go experience it for the first time again. So I'm gonna be honest. I think it'd be Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
That whole trilogy is just like borderline perfect fantasy.
I think I'd like it if I didn't go back to see it when I was like younger. But I could see it fresh now.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, again, Blade Runner in
Runner for
IMAX
sure.
was crazy. It was so crazy. Yeah, those are two big ones.
Breath of the Wild
Yeah.
with memory erasure would be great.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Witcher would have been really fun. Even though that was only like 3 years ago, but
Are you gonna play The Witcher 1 remake when it drops?
oh yeah, 100% the remake. I wanted to play Witcher 2 because now it's like, even turning on this TV here because it's a Fire Stick, you can now play it with like Luna. I'm like, that's crazy that it can run off of a little
If you
Fire Stick if you
I-
just connect a Bluetooth controller.
it might be one of those things where if you log into my account, you can just download it because I'm pretty sure I have it. If you play it on Xbox, it has the HDR and FPS boost there, and then
Okay.
plus, and I think has full controller support. I don't know about PC if it has different
I
controllers.
mean, I'd
but-
like to. There's definitely so many games. I mean, it also stemmed from seeing all these videos of people that emulate PlayStation 2 games on their computer and then have like new texture packs and like all these different like filters and stuff,
Yeah.
and make these games that like
look amazing.
look amazing.
Yeah.
And part of me, it's like I wish that there's so many other games that I could do that with.
The
because-
craziest one of those was the Dirge of Cerberus one.
Yes,
Because that
that
was like,
insane. I haven't played it, but from how
you don't
look-
want to, dude.
Yeah,
But
don't.
from how I've seen the original to that, it was incredible.
If we could do a let's play of it,
I saw
think
one
that
for
would be,
Midnight Dub, on like the PSP, and I was like, this looks incredible. So
I would love to see. Speaking of older games, newer, whatever. Do you see Sony's like apparently working on their shitty PS3 hardware to work on PS5, so they can actually
Emulate
put PS3 games on it?
Well, it's about goddamn time.
Ooh,
'cause-
I have a good game of experiencing Titanfall 2.
Oh fuck yeah!
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I never thought.
I mean,
that
it's
by
not that long ago. I mean, actually, that's not true. I mean,
2017, I think, is when it dropped.
Yeah.
Well, when
so-
did Battlefield 5 come out? It was because it was between Call of Duty and Battlefield that year. It literally was sent out to die. But it was, I think, Battlefield 5 and whatever the fuck Call of Duty
Especially
was.
then playing in like online lobbies when they were stacked, and now because now they can't even play them because there's so many cheaters. Like it's overrun with cheaters.
Yeah.
And it's impossible to do anything. So that would have been a really, because I was fucking cracked it online, and also that story just
I never thought that I'd like actually be like emotionally invested in a fucking
like shed a tear
FPS.
for
Yeah.
a robot.
That fucking game was so good.
Yeah.
I wish I could go back in time and play a couple more matches of Overwatch with the boys.
I was thinking Overwatch before it got sweaty and I got mean and nasty.
Yeah. And before it got canceled, they made that dog shit ghost of what it used to be.
100%.
They really should have just done what Destiny did and like made a new game, and that's where the new updates went, and like because that was the biggest.
Well, that's what they did. And that's the problem.
Battlefield 4 would be another fun one to go back.
Overwatch 2.
No, Overwatch 2 is an update of Overwatch. Like, there's no way to play Overwatch 1. You can still go back and play Destiny 1.
Exactly. They made a new game and they added all the updates there, and now it's awful.
You can't go back to Overwatch 1, though, is what I'm saying.
Yes, but they made a new game.
But you
and all the
can-
updates are there.
But you can go back to Destiny 1. They made a full separate.
Yeah, but we
Yeah,
want to go
alongside
back
thing.
in time to play Overwatch 1 when it came out.
Oh no, I'm getting that, but I'm saying like in general, like what you're saying, like Overwatch 2 being as bad as it is, like well yeah, but at least you can go back and play Destiny 1.
But the
with
difference
friends.
is Destiny's never been good.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't care how many hours you spend grinding for your legendary weapons. You don't have a life.
Apparently,
you.
like
This
at
from the guy who
4
grinded for the fucking ultimate weapon, though.
Apparently, like
But now I can stop playing it
That is
for
fair, yeah.
years on end
Yeah.
and not have to do it again next week.
apparently when there was like towards the end of its lifespan, they added some stuff to where like people could just get legendary weapons that like were originally like, oh nope, you missed the chance, and people were fucking pissed. They were like, so all that grinding was for nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was to get
That-
you in the game and buy microtransactions.
They just put the, in that same vein, they just put the IHOP Amy skin on all the DLC shops for free for Sonic Superstars. And everybody on Twitter is like, I ate all those fucking pancakes for nothing.
You know what they haven't done? If you don't have it, you cannot get the Butterfinger Tifa skin.
What do you mean?
Remember for PS4 themes?
That's the one that's on my PS4
Yeah.
right now. Sans Butterfinger. They just made it free.
Oh, they did? Okay, never mind. I'm lying.
Yeah.
So you can just get it for free. Yeah. Because
It's the best PS4 theme.
that's the one I wanted so bad, but I never got it. So I was just rocking the Persona 5 one with was it the coffee shop soundtrack with none of the lyrics.
Yeah.
It was just Joker standing cool as shit, and I was like, hell yeah.
I love the one that had Behind the Mask.
That's the one. Yeah, that's the one. It's, yeah. Dude, that's the biggest thing that Sony needs to add to the PS5. I'll be
Yeah.
honest, is themes.
Themes and then redo the entire UI.
They're never gonna do that, which kind of sucks. But like, I feel like for what it is, because I feel like I don't know. I prefer Xbox's better just because it's more uniform. But like, if you're just playing games, you don't really have anything to really change because it's like you have your games tab and then media tab, and you're like, that's it. I don't care. But if you're doing anything besides that, it becomes a fucking nightmare.
Yeah. Trying to navigate the store on PS5 was a fucking nightmare in my opinion too.
I don't like how it's grouped up. Although to be fair, fucking Xbox is stupid too. And you go type in something like if you go type in Dragon Age right now, you'll get Dragon Age I think 2, or no, Inquisition, because it's not a backwards compatibility title, and then Dragon's Dogma right next to it. And then Dragon Age the Veilguard, and then like random games, and then they'll start peppering in the other. It's not just like, no, just Dragon Age. Give me just what I want.
Yeah.
Not 17,000 of your shovelware titles on here as well.
That reminds me of like trying to find a movie on Netflix. It's like you search the title and they're like, yes, we know exactly what you want. We know everybody that was in it. We don't fucking have it.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, you can see the search of the movie comes up, and then you click down, and you're like, oh, yeah, like
that
complete the search.
A lot of the time, if it's been on Netflix before, it'll still bring up the box art, and you can click on it and it'll be like, nope, we don't got it right now.
No,
not here.
No, I don't have that one.
They like give you the case to the DVD,
Yeah,
and
like-
you open it, and it's just empty.
Imagine going to Blockbuster and you rent like Goodwill Hunting, and they just give you an empty goddamn box.
Or it's like that you open the box, and then it's like, have you tried Smiling Friends? Or that's my Big Mouth. Yeah. No, stop.
We think you'd really like Big Mouth. And it's like based on what?
Or it's just always Stranger Things.
No, you'd be like, I really want to watch. I heard The Revenant with Leonardo DiCaprio might be on Netflix. I can't find it. Oh, but based on that, you want to watch Big Mouth, right?
Yeah.
You really,
Or
yeah.
Stranger Things.
You've been watching exclusively Shameless and Midnight Mass. We think you'd really love Big Mouth.
You've exclusively watched K-dramas. How about Stranger Things? That's like close enough, right?
They should add a Korean character to Stranger Things season like 11 or whatever.
I kind of still wish they would have kept to the anthology thing. Like, I like Stranger Things well enough, but I feel like if they would have kept to the anthology of like each season is new characters, I feel like it would be way better.
I don't know. It was fun, and then it wasn't.
Yeah.
I mean, the last season that came out, I thought was really fun.
But only because of one character.
Well, yeah, he was great.
But like also the mystery of this one was a lot more interesting than the last one too.
And they added in elements that made it feel like a journey. And I mean, I just really don't give a fuck about 11, but everybody else, like, I love seeing where
also
they go.
Vecna is their villain, which again, not D&D Vecna, but like the guy they
And I
had there.
could not have cared less about Will's story.
Yeah, like, just calm down.
I like. It's funny.
No, okay, I will
like,
give you. Yeah, Vecna, Eddie, and then like
Dude, Hopper.
Hopper. Yeah, Hopper.
Hopper's always.
Yeah,
Hopper's the
for
best
sure.
character in that show.
And
100%.
Joyce.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
that's the thing. They have, and even in season 3, my favorite was Billy with his whole like being the bullied dickhead in the
And
last
the
season.
hot,
And then- yeah.
just hot, all of his hotness.
Also, almost getting a MILF
yeah.
out of that, brother. Come on. He
I love
almost,
that they
he almost ruined that family.
I love that the start of that arc is like
Him at the pool.
fetishization and like porn shit, and then
Yeah.
it ends with her being like, I'm a terrible person.
Yeah.
Which honestly, good.
Yeah.
I like that. Also, but like his character arc, which again was like him kind of sacrificing himself, doing one selfless act, but also just kind of the general. I don't know. Season 3 was still good. It was that whatever season had the 11 spin-off episode.
Oh, that was season 2.
Yeah, that was season 2 was probably the worst season, I would think, and because it was like,
I think season 3 is the worst, except for the Steve stuff.
yeah, oh yeah. See, but that kind of bumps
Steve
it up for
in
me.
the like working in the mall.
Working at
Yeah.
the ice cream shop, and everybody's like, wow, I thought you were going to be like hot shit. And Steve's like, I don't fucking know what I want.
Yeah.
I fucking love that because
And he's like, I'm really into this girl, and they're like,
Gay.
and then he's like, I can't have anything. All I have are these
All I have are
loser
these
kids.
fucking kids.
Yeah.
him, I love that they've just it's become a thing. Where it's like he is the de facto parent of this group,
Yeah.
no matter what.
I also didn't like the little arc with the. I mean, I didn't like any of the parts with 11, but like she's like, I gotta go back to where I started.
Yeah, I gotta go find my mom.
Yeah.
Some of it was interesting because like the thing that I'm more interested about 11 is not her personal drama, but more of like, what the fuck are you?
She doesn't
Like,
ha-
actually-
The thing with 11 is she doesn't have any personal drama because she knows like 7 words total, and then like when she's sad, she goes,
Well, that's what I'm saying. I hate that shit. But like the actual like lore of like, okay, but what are you? What did they do to you? What's the deal?
What do they do?
It's
what
like
did they do to us?
Yeah. That's why I think I fucked with season 4 really
That's what I
really well. Is
realized.
because it's like
I hated
all
my
of her
job.
flashbacks were like all about the fucking facility and like seeing one.
The flaccidity.
Yeah, and it's like yeah, the flaccidity of Vecna. That like yeah, so I'm cool. And then the cliffhanger ending of like the upside down basically opening up into the real world. I'm like, okay, what does that mean for the next season and where are we going?
That means that they killed Vanishka with the sword of causality, and now the realms are one.
Yeah, I was like, what big D&D reference is going to be in this next one?
if Stranger Things would be so much better if Skull Knight was a main character through the whole show.
Skull Knight just shows up. They're like, who the hell are you?
It's like, I am one who goes with the flow of causality. And then 11 goes,
Find out 11 time traveled, brought Berserk back, and just gave it to fucking Will or whoever the fuck.
she brought Berserk back.
She brought Berserk back.
BBB.
Berserk was... What year is the most recent season in?
That's a good point.
They're...
Because it might have just
Are they
started.
in the 90s?
No. Well...
Running in the 90s.
Here, I'll look it up. Give me a second.
But yeah, like, do better, Netflix.
They won't.
They
I know.
won't because I feel like they don't have to. Because even
They're just gonna keep greenlighting dog shit.
Yeah.
Everything that gets pitched to them, they're like, yes, $1 million.
And we're also not going to show our streaming numbers.
Yeah.
1986 is March 1986, so we're almost to the 90s.
I think Berserk started in '89. We close this Pornhub tab.
It's the same year Alien came out.
Yeah, I mean they had to have. This next season has to be full of alien shit.
I hope so.
1989 was when Berserk started.
So yeah, Aliens got to be talked about in the next season. Because depending on how far of a time jump they have, I feel like they gotta immediately jump into.
They're going to be like, oh no, it's a xenomorph.
Yeah.
Because we just call things based off of references in pop culture. And nerd shit.
Yeah, remember New Coke? Remember that scene? Remember that scene where they said, remember that thing?
I remember.
I remember. Remember Stranger Things? Remember
Oh,
80s
dude.
nostalgia?
The fact that we're gonna get to a point where that's a nostalgia thing.
Remember
For people.
Chewbacca again?
That's relevant.
It is.
Wookie.
Yeah, happy 2-year anniversary to Wookie.
Well,
You guys won't get that one.
That's another thing that I would love to see for the first time again is Edge Runners.
Yeah, I would love to Edge again for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Edge with the boys.
Mm.
Well, with one of the boys because the other fell asleep during the Edge session.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, dude.
He was all edged out.
I was going too hard.
He came during
Yeah.
the sesh.
Yep.
Wasn't good. Anything else you want to rock, honestly?
No,
That about sums it up.
Yeah.
that's pretty much it.
It's kind of a slow week. Obviously, party, not really playing much. So, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I definitely want to make a request of watching Kroll tonight.
Let's do it.
Yeah, because I want some, like, just fucking weird sci-fi
Oh, we
shit.
could talk about a little bit what we watched last week. We watched Black Hawk Down. A really dark and just
Yeah.
intense movie.
I almost got vomited on. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy. And then afterwards, I put on Kung Pao, and it was exactly what we needed. It was because we were all kind of getting like sleepy and tired, and I was like, we still got a little bit more time to like get some energy out of this night. And everyone was
It clicked immediately.
yeah.
I was like nearly gonna fall asleep,
I know.
and then that shit happened with the dog, and it just fucking woke me right up.
Yeah, so funny. If you haven't seen it, I mean, it is just a fucking joke movie, but it's dumb to say it's a really funny joke movie.
Yeah.
With all it is them green screening over an existing
movie.
Chinese movie, martial arts movie.
Well, you say that, but it's also I feel like it was meant to be a bit because there's like the Hooters in the background. There's like
but
little
That's
things-
got to be added in.
Yeah, you can see so many things that are like the green screen fade. And you
Okay,
see
yeah.
like some guy walking through, and it's like half
Well,
opacity.
okay, but like the Uniboob woman, that was not green screen because she moved.
No,
in that,
no.
you know what
I mean, there's definitely added scenes, but like the white guy they've like those are all added scenes, and you'll see ones like, yeah, it's like definitely on top of a old Chinese.
Yeah, but I
70s
part of
movie.
me through midway was like, this whole bit is just this is a movie made for this reason, and I'm like, because
Yeah.
there's too much shit happening that's like stupid, and like, but like, almost makes perfect sense, but then also doesn't. I don't get it. I'm like, whatever. I don't.
There's
care.
no way the baby was just added in for that though.
Yeah.
The baby is probably the reason they were like, okay, we need to like add some more shit to this.
Yeah. Open its mouth.
Open your mouth.
That is a wild thing to start your movie on. Is open that baby's mouth. I was like, whoa. And then, oh, what a cute little baby. Throw it off the hill the rest of the way.
Yeah, that was great.
It's a phenomenal movie.
Great movie.
I hear Xbox noises.
I heard that too. And with that,
Take it sleazy.